like we try to be politically indifferent and not be too one-sided, but when we see things like what we about to react to today, we just can't help it. So today we're gonna react to a panel of Trump supporters who are reacting to his indictment, courtesy of PBS.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm one of your hosts, TK, the Black Silver Surfer.
And I'm Darius, aka Bushmaster.
Oh, one of my favorite villains.
Yeah. And this is Mind the Gap.
From the 16 Republican voters we gathered yesterday evening, there were strong reactions to the second indictment of former President Donald Trump.
Well, I think he's being set up.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me why. Well, it's just too arranged. Everything is just too arranged.
The law?
And when the FBI went in and raided his property at Mar-a-Lago, how do we know what they did and what they didn't do?
Right and wrong are just totally messed up.
We had asked pollster Sarah.
All right, so first of all, what day is this? How long ago was this?
It's been posted 6 days ago.
So this is something. So they probably didn't see some of the interviews of Trump where he say, "Hey, I had that stuff."
Yeah.
So as far as the
or about to go through the indictment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna get to that part.
Yeah.
So that part. First of all, they clearly didn't read the indictment, didn't listen to the indictment. So as they saying, what did the FBI do at the raid? As if the raid found evidence of him doing something when there was already evidence of him having the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not they went there that they knew that he had it.
Yeah,
and
it's like it wasn't a secret.
Yeah, it wasn't a secret.
Like it keeps saying, it was a 1.5 year long process of them trying to get it.
And what she said it was two. What she say two?
Yeah, that's the thing that got me. When you are guilty of a crime, it tends to look like you did it.
It's baloney. I think, just why isn't Biden indicted? Just because he gave them back at an appropriate time? I mean, really? He did exactly the same.
See, that's what I was saying. I want to let him rock out, but you answered your own question.
What are you talking
about?
Said,
why is it Biden in trouble? Just because he gave him back in an appropriate time?
Yes, bro. Yes. When they asked for him, they gave him up. That is the point.
Do you not understand the difference between Biden having the documents and immediately saying, "Come get them," and Trump pussyfooting for 1.5 years? Do we really gonna act like we don't understand the difference?
If you don't understand that, bro, you're drunk.
And again, it's not like they suspected Trump of having documents and they didn't know if he had them. Everybody knew he had the documents. The issue is he wouldn't give them back.
To that point also, bro, you say you had 1.5 years and you was too busy. You know how busy I am. You wasn't too busy to tell your man to move him for the lawyers found him.
Yeah.
You weren't too busy to do interviews there and tell people, hey, I got this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. You weren't too busy to host events there. So what
you wasn't too busy when you was playing countless rounds of golf.
Yo, my man, you are wilding. And y'all are wilding for even going with that. If you going with what they talking about, bro, you wilding. Easily.
How many of you distrust the FBI?
The three-letter agencies, the DOJ, the CIA, the FBI. I think when the country was formulated, the best of intent was to put some of these organizations or governing bodies in place, but how they're being manipulated now and they're being weaponized is the bigger concern.
I'm kind of frustrated by it because on one side, it seems like we're all going all out on President Trump. And on the other side, the wheels of justice are going very slow. It doesn't seem to be like equal amount of resources being devoted to looking into Hunter Biden's laptop.
And what about Hillary Clinton? Hillary Clinton had all this stuff, and she was never indicted.
You've got the DOJ, you've got the FBI reporting up to Biden. Ultimately, this goes up to Biden. So why wouldn't you want to take out your toughest political opponent? And this is election interference like we've never seen before.
Yes.
And it's disguised as Trump's a bad guy.
How many of you wanted Hillary?
No evidence of the election shit, by the way.
First of all, this is the biggest election interference? Like, do we not just
forgot about Florida?
Yeah. Do you not remember Florida?
happened to them recounts?
Well, they literally, he was like, "We gonna stop the count. You the president." Like, you gonna talk about the? Come on, son.
Come on, man. You are wild. And first
Come
of
on,
all,
son.
let's go through the evidence that was found. When you go through the evidence, especially when you look at what was the when they did the recount in Arizona with the cyber ninjas or
Yeah.
whatever, they come to find out that Biden won by more votes.
Yeah.
Like 52 or something more votes.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what are you talking? That's somebody. That's a biased entity.
Yeah.
Who did that was untrained, who found more votes for Trump. And then
Mhm.
when you look at the people that was arrested that for voter fraud, most of them was Republicans.
Mhm.
Somebody you thought people were voting with dead people, Republicans. A
Republicans.
person voted for Trump twice with his dead mom.
First of all, I'm convinced people like this really don't care about whether or not the election is rigged. Because like I said before, if you cared about a fair election, you would have cared about gerrymandering. You would have cared about all the voter laws that disproportionately affect people that are more likely to vote for Democrats. You know what I'm saying? You don't care about that. Well, that's been happening for years.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care, and then you talking about Republicans doing shit. We got people like, what's his name? Ken Paxton, who's like the attorney general for Texas, who came out and said Trump would have lost Texas if I hadn't stopped the mail-in ballots for Biden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that? How do you come on?
And then you want to talk about like unfairness and people reporting to Biden, right?
Mhm.
The person that's reporting the person that's prosecuting Hunter Biden right now reports to Biden,
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Mhm.
And Joe Biden kept him in that position, even though he could have got rid of him because that's a Trump appointed prosecutor
Mhm.
that Biden kept.
Yeah.
And that same person is on Hunter Biden's ass right now.
Yeah.
To where he had to plead guilty to what I think it was tax.
Yeah, he got some charges
gun
now. He got some charges there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he just pleaded that, and that was the person that was on. Now I think that's been going on since 2019.
Yeah, that's been going on for a minute. And as far as Hillary Clinton, I ain't looking as far as the details, but according to the details, she was allowed under the law, she was allowed to delete whatever email she felt like was irrelevant. Is that right or wrong? I don't know, but it was legal.
Listen, there's enough there to do something there.
Yeah.
To investigate a little further. But out of the 3,000 emails, I think they found 52 that was like classified.
Yeah.
And hey, you shouldn't have done this.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, but did she hand them over? She handed them over,
Yeah.
right? But he didn't.
Yeah.
So like again, what are we
know.
talking about? Like
I don't
again,
know,
what is the?
And don't get us wrong. Hillary and Hunter Biden can go. We don't
they
care.
can go to jail.
We
No, don't
care.
ever get that mistaken.
We don't care.
If she would have got locked up for that, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But don't use the excuse of she got away with it, so I should get away with it.
And you know what's even interesting? I see a lot of people who lean on that defense because they still have to recognize that Trump is guilty. Their main point is that, well, they got away with it.
What that mean?
Then he should be able to get away with it too. I was like,
What
all right, are we talking about law and order or not?
Yeah.
Which one you want to do? You
Which
can't.
one we doing? But you can't pick and
be
choose.
like, oh, so do we let the next go? The next guy go who does it after Trump? Like, when y'all want to actually start enforcing it?
How many of you wanted Hillary Clinton to be indicted for her? Okay, did you think she should go to jail?
Yes.
For what she did?
Absolutely.
Because Trump at the time said that she should go to jail for mishandling classified information. Do you think he should be held to the same standard that he was setting for Hillary Clinton, or do you think that it's different for some reason?
I think he said that when you understand his personality and how he words things, he said that in jest. He didn't. I think he's just trying to paint a word picture. But should she have gotten some sort of punishment? Yes. Yes.
You're
I
a Trump
think so.
whisperer.
He's entitled to declassify whatever he wants to declassify. So,
wrong.
And other presidents that have left office have had classified documents. They were not treated the same way as Donald Trump is being treated. It is a two-tier justice system in this country, for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Wrong. Wrong again. Yo, my man. He made the laws for people to have classified. He enforced laws for that to be higher.
Yeah.
So the laws that's going against him right now, he enforced those. He made them laws stronger. So how much did he didn't mean for him to put it into a law or make it more punishable? He did that. It's like, oh man, he don't mean selling drugs. People who sell drugs should get killed. So why did he write the law for?
Yeah. Why he putting his?
If I didn't mean that, why did I write the law for?
Yeah.
If I say
I
that
was
out
just
loud,
joking.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I came in the office saying that we need to be harsher on people with classified documents and how they are handled, why don't you believe I'm saying? Why don't you believe me? Yeah.
He specifically said that those like president, what did he say? Those of the executive branch should be looked at for those people who keeping classified documents. Those are his words.
Yeah. Where's the joke? Where's the jokey joke?
That he brought this up on multiple occasions throughout the years of his in the beginning of his presidency. He made that a thing, and he is doing the very thing that he was trying to enforce. Like I don't understand that. I don't understand how you even defend it if you know how
Like
he
you
is.
said, that man is in a hamster wheel of his own making.
You did this.
You made this prison, my guy.
Too, and the conservative media really talks about this. They say, they're out to get Trump. There's a two-tier justice system,
And bringing up the Hillary Clinton server, the classified documents that that President Biden took home.
Yeah, which you can see, actually. I mean, Joe Biden, there's been a lot of classified documents that they found on his properties. Right. Mike Pence, they found classified documents on his properties. And so for voters, they oftentimes think, well, I don't understand. It seems like a lot of these elected officials keep taking classified documents home. And they don't always see the difference between Trump being told, hey, you have to return those documents, and then refusing to do so or lying to the FBI when he was asked.
That deep-seated distrust extended to the 2020 election
That's
results
the difference.
and their aftermath, too.
How many of you believe Joe Biden was legitimately elected president of the United States?
Based on what?
How many of you believe that the election was stolen or rigged in some way? Okay, everybody.
That's scary.
What about January 6th? How do people feel about January 6th?
Set up.
Yeah.
Set up. 100% set up.
You go look at the videos showing the Capitol Police walking these people through the Capitol, talking, no problems whatsoever, and then they turn around and say they attacked us, in essence.
A man just went to jail for tasing a Capitol Police officer in the neck. He just got 12.5. He just got 12.5 for a taser, to put a taser on a police officer's neck.
Dude, like, I don't think they actually watched all of the footage.
They did. Oh, that's fake. And this is what I believe.
Yeah, they just saw the part with them walk.
They seen everything, but they only believe one part of it.
Can't be, man. Can't, because, you know what I'm saying?
Can't?
They didn't see the part where my man came over with the tank and hit the dude in the head, one of the officers in the head. When they was stumping him out and trying to hit him with the American flag.
What about my man that's in between the door yelling? Like they got the got him squeezed in between the door yelling. What about that? What about the people that died?
What about them?
What about the people?
What about the actual riot you can see outside of them on the scaffolding and busting the windows out?
Politician, and his words aren't what we call polished, and he just blurted out.
Do people want to vote for a Republican candidate who is committed to pardoning the people from January 6th?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Returning to Trump's own legal battles, it seems very little of what comes.
What?
Not the party of law and punishment, law and order.
Yeah.
And President Trump retains some measure of support, even among those who think he likely committed a crime.
I've read the indictment, and it's plain as day that he broke the law knowingly.
My God.
Whether the DOJ
The only one with
came
any
after him,
sense.
which I think is very plausible, and why they're ignoring Hunter Biden's laptop, I think is a separate issue. But it is clear he broke the law, and I think it's time for him to go away. And I appreciated what he did for the country during his 4 years, but I think that he is part of the problem.
But when asked if he'd vote for Trump if he were the nominee running against President Biden.
Trump's the nominee versus Biden. What will you do?
I would vote for him for the third time.
But he the problem. He's the problem, though. He's the problem, though. But he the problem. just when you think there's hope. But he's the problem. But then you'll say, because I think he's needed. But you just said he was the problem.
What a rug pull.
Come on,
I'm like, okay,
man.
days. My boy said he's part of the problem.
See, people like him are dangerous where they lure you in. He sound reasonable and sensible. Then he'll come out with the, yeah, he's terrible. He's a problem. He did this. He's clearly guilty. Yeah, I'll vote for him again. That's it, man. That's all.
And for me, the thing is, you keep saying Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
You ain't saying Biden. What did Biden do?
Well, you got Jared Kushner and Ivanka getting all this money from the Saudis. Ain't nobody pressing them on that. That's all well and good.
We let that slide.
Ain't nobody pressing Trump on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how you go so hard on Hunter Biden, but y'all ain't got that same smoke for Ivanka and Jared Kushner and his cabinet members that are getting foreign money. I don't understand. I don't understand how y'all not following up on that. Like y'all are so full of shit. At this point, I'm just so sick of it, man, because the parallels are right there. The parallels are right there.
And they just missing it.
So how do you not stay consistent? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we, hey, Hillary, Hunter, they can go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where's that smoke for his people?
I don't know.
Who doing that same thing?
I don't know.
Like,
That's a bias.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a bias.
And who talking about large sums of money? This ain't no, you know what I'm saying? You know, here's a little something, you know, for the, the taxi home. You talking about like hundreds of millions.
Was it hundreds of millions? I thought a few million.
No, Jared Kushner got racks.
Okay.
He got money.
Okay.
Ivanka, she got like, it was millions. It wasn't that. It wasn't that much. But
allegedly,
they got the money. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even allegedly. We know they received money from Saudi Arabia. Like, we know they did.
That's ridiculous.
Y'all ain't got questions for that? Y'all ain't got smoke for that? Parallels right there.
It's right there.
It's right there, man. Y'all full of shit. So that was the video. To me, there's a bunch of foolishness, but you know, if you think differently, you let us know. You think if they had good points, you let us know which ones they were. I'm not hopeful about that.
If you think they had good points, don't comment. I'm okay with you not commenting on this video if you don't have like you. It's hard to agree with that. I don't care if you're a Trump supporter or not.
Yeah,
that you can't.
There's a line, and it was crossed.
Yeah, that line right there is obliterated.
You know,
like it's not
and
even
like
the same thing.
I don't like being disrespectful, and I really try not to be. But you know, the older I get, the less stamina I have
to deal with it.
To deal with it, but it's like at a certain threshold, you know, IQ drops, and like you just don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and these people
drop. Do you think it dropped, or you think
it was already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't care. I'm not gonna fight you on it.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm TK, aka the Black Civil Servant.
I'm Darius, aka Bushmaster.
And this is MINDTHEGAP.